Good morning, fourth graders. It's me, Mr. Fuzzy Wuggs. Anyways, I just wanted to say good morning because I haven't seen you guys in a while. So, Happy New Year, guys. I miss you. I hope you're working hard at your technology. And I'll see you guys soon, all right? Hey, everybody. Hey, fourth graders. Mr. Fuzzy Wuggs wanted to say good morning. Okay, so welcome. This is our technology class, week 18. So we are now moving into the third quarter. So our lesson for today and our assignment will be counting for the third quarter. But just a quick reminder, today's Tuesday, and on Wednesday, everything is due for the second quarter. So if you're missing any of the typing, so remember you had 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There's an extra one in there. So you had 4 typing things, and that was for your second quarter. All right, I fixed it. Okay, so this week for the third quarter, your first typing assignment is the 5-minute typing test. So please make sure to do that. That's going to count for the third quarter. If you're not done with the other 4, those are all second quarter. So those need to be done by tomorrow, Wednesday, January 13th. Along with any other assignments that you might be missing, please send them in by tomorrow. I want you guys to do well. Nobody should be failing in this class. Everybody should be doing amazing, right? Okay, hey God, I feel like I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. Dusty in here. Okay. So what we're doing this week is we are starting our internet safety digital citizenship lessons. So if you remember, if you've been with me for many years, then you know we do these every year because they're important and they have different lessons for every grade level. So we're doing the 4th grade ones this year. And welcome to Isabella, our new friend in 4th grade. It's so nice to have you. And I know this is the first time you're joining us for technology class. So just a few things. Obviously, we're not meeting in person. I wish that you guys were coming into the classroom. So it's going to be a little bit different this year because I'm recording the lesson and you're just listening to me. But if you ever want to talk more about any of these topics, you can always send me a message and we can get together on Zoom and we can talk. Because I don't want you guys feeling like, oh, just because you're not coming into the classroom, you can't ask questions and you can't talk to me. Of course you can. I want to hear from you guys. So please feel free to reach out on any of these lessons if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, yeah, I want to ask Mrs. Erica about that. I'm wondering if this is good or not. If you're like looking at an app or something with technology. Okay, guys. And every week, yes, you do get a homework assignment. And so you have to complete the assignment and then you have to email it back to me. Except for the typing. Obviously, the typing is done through the typing account. And Isabella, I will create an account for you and I will send you your typing account. And then you will need an email that you can use where you can send me your assignments. Okay, so this is kind of a reminder, but it's also for Isabella since she's new. Okay, so I'm just writing something down. We're going to get started. We're going to get started with our internet safety first lesson. Okay, I'm just writing myself a little note. Okay, so our first lesson here is called My Media Choices. So, you know, media, digital media, this is part of our lives. Like, and just to remind you guys, what is a digital citizen? So, you know, we all live here in the United States of America. And so you live here and you're like, oh, well, I'm a citizen of the United States, right? And that's a real physical place that you can go to. But the internet, the digital world, is not a real physical place, right? It's a place you visit on your phone, on an iPad, on a desktop, on a laptop. And when you go into that online world, that digital world, you become a digital citizen. And that means that you need to then know how to handle and how to act correctly, different situations, how to have balance with it, right? So just like you would follow certain rules and things in the real physical world that we live in, right, in our country as a citizen, You would also follow certain things as a digital citizen, right? And so we're going to be learning about a lot of these topics this year, and hopefully helping you guys to have a good balance, a healthy digital life. We do not want you where technology has taken over your life to the point where you can't even do anything else. And you're grumpy when you're not on technology, and you're not getting any of your work done. It's affecting your school, your friends, you're never going outside. That's unhealthy. So we want to teach you guys how to make good choices. And so that's what we're going to be looking at this week. So what makes a healthy media choice? That is the question for our lesson this week. We're going to be looking at 3 questions. What, when, how much? These are 3 super important questions when you are using technology. What am I doing on technology? When am I doing it? How much am I doing it? And this is going to help you to figure out if what you're doing is unhealthy or healthy, right? So we're going to look at that. So it says, what do you think the word media means? What are some examples? So again, I wish we were all together and we could have a discussion about this. It really stinks that we're not, but we're trying to make the best of it. So you could just think of it in your head. What do you think? Or maybe even talk about it with somebody. What do you think the word media means? So media is all the ways that we get to share information. It could be through TV, books, the internet, newspapers, phones. But there is another type of media, digital media. So when we talk about regular, just the word media, we are talking about anything where it's just one-sided. You're taking it in, you're consuming it, but you can't really interact with it in any way. When it's digital media, it means that you can make a comment. You can have a chat. Whatever it is, you can interact two-way with the media. And that's what makes it digital media. And so this is really what most everybody uses. I mean, I'm sure there's still people who read the newspaper or a magazine, but gosh, I feel like mostly people do it online these days. That you don't even see very many people with a paper newspaper these days. It seems like that's almost like old fashioned or something. But hey, if you ever go, I know there's not a lot of Barnes and Nobles around anymore, but going to a bookstore and browsing magazines and books, that is such a great activity. I know it's hard now with COVID, but it is a great activity. It's a way to get yourself outside and that you're not looking at a screen, you're looking at a beautiful printed magazine, right? And so they do still exist. I know it seems like a foreign concept, like it's from another time period, but there really are still magazines out there. I know it sounds crazy, right? Okay, so media choices. Well, pretty much it's your choice. What are you watching? What are you playing? What are you listening to, right? That would be a media choice. So we're going to look at these 6 slides, and each of the kids on the slide has made a media choice. So we're going to think about it, how would it make you feel if you were the one making that choice? And we're going to share if we think it was a healthy choice or not. Oh man, again, it's so tricky to do this when I'm just talking to myself. So what? I watched YouTube cat videos on my mom's phone. When? Monday morning before school. How much? For about 20 minutes. Well, here's my feedback on this. Were you all ready for school at this point? Like, did you eat breakfast, brush your teeth? Were you dressed? Was your backpack packed and you were just waiting to leave and that was the 20 minutes? Or were you still in your pajamas eating your breakfast, watching this for 20 minutes? Because I would have a problem if, this is my opinion again on this, if you were not ready for school, or maybe you were supposed to be studying or something, and you were just wasting 20 minutes watching cat videos, I would say that probably was a bad media choice. If you were completely ready and you're literally like waiting at the door with your backpack ready to go outside, and you're like just watching cat videos and waiting for whoever drives you, I would say, okay, maybe that's probably a little bit better as far as it being an okay choice, right? So I don't know, everybody probably has their differing opinion on this. What? I watched Troll Hunters on Netflix on my iPad. When? Late Wednesday night in bed until I fell asleep. How much? For about 2.5 hours. So again, I'm just giving my feedback on this. I know some of you may watch a show before you go to bed, but it can be disruptive to your sleep. Okay, if you see a scary image or even something that just stimulates your brain right before bed, it might be hard for you to calm yourself down enough to get into the deep sleep that you need to have a good night's rest. And so, a red flag for me, 2.5 hours of watching Troll Hunters in your bed, I would probably say not a good idea. Only because it probably isn't the best use of your time before bed. Maybe watching 30 minutes of a show in your living room, sitting up, and then going and getting ready for bed, and then, doing something else, maybe reading a little bit before bed to make yourself sleepy, maybe reading some Bible verses or a good book or something, and then going to bed. I think that would be a better choice of your time before you go right to sleep. So again, I'm just giving my opinions on these. I would say no shows laying in your bed at night. It's probably not a good idea, especially with an iPad. You're keeping it right up to your face, your poor eyes, You want to get yourself into a restful, calm state of mind, physically and mentally, before you go to bed. And watching an iPad in bed is probably not a good idea. So again, I'm just giving my opinion on this. I know everybody has different views on what they think is appropriate or not, but there's been a lot of studies out there that really say that limiting our technology use is a good thing for brain development, especially for kids your age, right? So coming up with things that aren't using technology and doing those before bed and having a time and a place for it. Let's look at another one. I played an online game, Fortnite, on my parents' computer. When? On Saturday, pretty much all day. How much? Probably about 6 hours. Okay. So again, I'm just pointing out what I think is, kind of leading to a bad choice, but playing Fortnite, that's not a bad choice in itself. I mean, if you play it for maybe an hour on a Saturday, just for something fun, I would say, hey, that's great. You played your Fortnite game, you had a lot of fun with it. But on Saturday, pretty much all day, 6 hours, to me, not a good choice because that means that you're sitting in front of a computer for 6 hours, you're staring at a screen. Have you moved around? Did you eat lunch? Did you go outside? Get some fresh air? I mean, it's just not healthy for your body to be sitting in front of the computer playing the game for 6 hours, right? So I'm just trying to help you guys to see why these choices aren't good. And it doesn't mean that what they're doing is a bad thing. Playing a game is a lot of fun. I think that's great. You know, Fortnite, you're creating different things, strategizing. It's a lot of fun, but limit yourself. Set a timer and say, I'm going to play. Maybe I'm going to do an hour in the morning. And then maybe after I go outside and stuff, maybe I'll do another hour in the afternoon. But you're not doing 6 hours the whole day playing the game. That is definitely not a good media choice. Okay. So hopefully you guys are starting to see. I talked to my grandma on FaceTime on my dad's iPhone. When? Tuesday evening, right before dinner. How much? For about 10 minutes. Okay, so grandma got 10 minutes of seeing your beautiful face on FaceTime. I think this is great. You're talking to a real person. You're making grandma's day. She's probably so excited to see you, hear about your week at school. You're making her feel special, right? And you did it for about 10 minutes, which, I mean, that's probably a good enough time for a FaceTime call, right? But again, it's interesting that spending 6 hours on Fortnite and 10 minutes with grandma, I don't know, that just makes me feel sad, right? Like, grandma's a real person and she has feelings and we're real people and we need real interactions with real people, right? So I would say, gosh, even spending 30 minutes with grandma would be pretty nice, right? So again, we have to think, where do we use our time? We have 24 hours in a day. How are we using them, right? How much of it is on technology? And when it is, what do the choices look like? Are they good choices or not? And so that's really what I'm hoping to get you guys to start, learning now as you're getting older, and maybe you're getting to make more choices on your own. Here's another one. I went on TikTok and created some cool videos to send to my friends. When? Thursday afternoon after school. How much? For about 45 minutes. Okay, TikTok. A lot of fun. Kids love using it. They love making videos. It can be super fun to share them with your friends. Thursday afternoon after school. My question here would be, is all of your homework done? Do you have any tests that you need to study for, projects? If everything is done, the homework is done, you've gone, you checked your planner, everything is checked off, and you want to spend a little bit of time on TikTok, as long as your parent says it's okay, and you're allowed to do that on a Thursday. But if you just immediately come home and you're right on TikTok and your homework's not done, I would say not a good media choice. Because now what's happening is you're eating into your night. You're going to have less time to get the homework done. It might be more stressful for you. The later it gets, you're getting tired, you're getting cranky. You don't feel like doing the homework anymore. Maybe it's hard for you to put the TikTok app down because you want to keep watching your friends' videos. So again, you need to be able to set yourself up for success with these choices. If you can have self-control and say, you know what, when I'm done with all my homework, then I can do the TikTok videos, right? It's going to hopefully motivate you to get your homework done, right? And make sure that everything, you need to learn how to be responsible and prioritize. Doing TikTok, if your technology homework's not done, not a good choice. If your math homework's not done, if your science homework's not done, everything should be done in the priority order, right? And doing TikTok is not in the priority order if your work's not done, right? So hopefully you're getting to see this. I read a book that I'm really into right now, Wonder. When? Tuesday evening after dinner. How much? For about an hour. Okay, so again, my question would be, are you just reading the book for entertainment? If so, is all of your homework done? Because you don't want to stress yourself out reading for an hour and then you're like, oh my gosh, I still have to do all my homework. So maybe prioritize and say, I love reading. I want to read this book today. So let me make sure I have everything done and then I'll read my book, right? Or maybe the book is for an assignment. So you do need to read it because it's for an assignment. I don't know. But again, you want to make sure that you're prioritizing what you need to get done in the order that it should get done. All right, so we went through what, when, how much. So what types of media are you using? When are you using them? What time of day? Is it the best time? How much? Is it the best use of your time? Are you prioritizing everything that you need to get done? Okay, so let me put on this cute little video for you guys, and then we'll come back and talk about these questions.
Every day, we make choices about what we do. We choose what we eat. We choose what to wear. And we make choices about the media we use. And these choices affect how we feel. Some media choices make us feel happy, curious, or excited. Other media choices help us feel loved, but others could make us scared, or stressed out, or even angry. So, what is media balance? It's about making healthy media choices, thinking about what you choose, when you use it, and how much of it you consume. Then thinking about how these choices make you feel, because making healthy media choices is different for everyone. And remembering that sometimes the best media choice might be no media at all. So, what does media balance look like for you?
Okay, so what does media balance look like for you? That's what you guys are going to be answering this week for your assignment, okay? So let me So media balance is obviously having a balance between using technology, spending time with family, friends, school, hobbies, activities, making sure you do a little bit of everything, right? And you're not just doing one thing all of the times. So that's what it is. So let me show you guys what you're going to be doing this week. It's a special assignment. So for 1 week, you're going to be tracking your media choices. So you have a chart here. So it says you're going to use the chart to track your media choices that you make throughout the week. So for example, I watched cat videos on YouTube on Monday before school, 20 minutes, right? You could type it in here. Think about, you could start today is Tuesday. You can do it like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That would be great. And then fill it in. What did you do? Write down everything that you did with media, okay? Type it in here. Whether it's YouTube, playing an app, playing a game, FaceTime, TikTok, whatever it is, type it in, when you did it, how long you did it for. And then you're gonna go and answer these questions. So it says, what was the most healthy media choice you made last week? So I want you to tell us what the healthiest one was. And why was it your most healthy? And what was your least healthy choice that you made? And why was it your least healthy? And then the last question is, what is one healthy media choice you plan to make next week? So this is going to help you to get an awareness of your digital media life. What are you spending your time on, right? And how long are you spending it on? And I would even take it a step further. How's it making you feel? If you feel cranky after you're doing something, probably wasn't a good choice, right? So you can type all of this in and then email it back to me. And that'll be your homework assignment for this week. It'll count for the third quarter, okay? Because we've moved on now. Now we're into the third quarter. And please don't forget about your typing, the 5-minute typing test. And also, if you're missing any second quarter assignments, please send them in like today, like right now, okay? Because the quarter is at Wednesday, January 13th is the last day. Alrighty, thanks guys. Make some smart media choices. Don't let technology rule your life. You rule over technology and make sure it's helping your life, not hurting you. All right, bye guys.